Welcome back to Tonight in San Diego, everybody. We want to thank our live studio audience here at the House of Blues for the San Diego Music Awards. We're going to give away some prizes. We got a couple gift cards to Handel's Ice Cream in Encinitas, as well as a couple tickets to see Zach Deputy at Winston's in OB. If you want to win prizes like that, just get your tickets to see Tonight in San Diego at tonightinsandiego.com. Our next guest, ladies and gentlemen, from Taylor Guitars, please welcome Bob Taylor. Thank you for coming on. Hey man, pull up a bar stool with me, Bob.
Thank you much.
Good to see you. Thank you for coming on the show.
You bet. My pleasure.
Is this the first time you've ever worn a Britney Spears mic like this, by the way?
Yeah. Well, usually I'm wearing a mini skirt when I do it.
Usually wearing a mini skirt.
First time with a suit.
An anaconda, something like that. So tell me, Bob, how did you get into making guitars?
When I was 16, I wanted to buy a guitar. Had no money. I was in wood shop. Hey, let's make a guitar. So that's what I did.
You made a guitar in wood shop?
Yeah.
That's amazing. And then did it work, or was it like...
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, you could actually play the guitar.
Yeah, you could actually play it. I'm kind of freakishly good at making things. And I was when I was a kid, too. And that's my thing that I can do. So I just tackled it, and I got, halfway through. I got halfway through that thing, and it's like, that's what I have to do.
How did you know how to make it, though? I mean, did you just wing it? I mean,
I kind of had to wing it. I did find a book. I looked all over. Right now, if you want to make a guitar, you could find videos, YouTube, anything. But in those days, I found one book. It was written in Spanish. I couldn't read Spanish then, can now. But, I don't need that book anymore. I just started working,
And you were able to make a guitar. I mean, I took home ec. I couldn't even make brownies, but that's pretty impressive. So now you own your own guitar company, Taylor Guitars, that you started. What makes Taylor Guitars unique?
I think one of the first things, the hallmarks of our guitars, when we first started, is they were easy to play. And back in those days, 74, I started the company. I was 19. Acoustic guitar playing wasn't as popular as electrics. When we made our guitars, we put them on the market, and cats that played electric guitars just started playing Taylors. Because they're like, man, these things are easy to play. We developed our sound over time, and pretty soon all the acoustic players started coming too. But I would say that was 12 years into our 40, we're 42 years old now.
Wow.
Yeah.
And,
And I'm older than that.
He's 43. He's 43.
I'm at least 43.
So you also started a new career recently at the age of 43, planting guitar trees.
Yeah,
what does that mean?
Over the years, the world has changed. Sustainability is so much a part. There's so many people in the world. We're using resources, especially from tropical forests. And as I've watched, and when you go out to a rainforest or you get out to where indigenous people live, you can't unsee what you see, and you can't unknow what you know. And you just can't turn your back on it. So over the past 10 years, I've continued to just grow in this passion to get trees planted. So we've got an operation in Cameroon. We're putting ebony trees in. We have a place in Hawaii where we're replanting koa trees. We've gotten thousands and thousands of trees in. And now with a partner, we're doing maple up in Skagit Valley. And that's being done through one of our suppliers, Pacific Rim Tonewoods. That's what ends up in the beer.
That was in the beer that we just drank.
Pretty cool. We roast that stuff before we give it to Paul, so the whole factory smells like Belgian waffles when we're making the
Oh my God.
It's pretty nice.
Does he make a Belgian waffle flavored beer? Because he needs to do that next.
Yeah, so it should be
I think
doing
I want that with some syrup. So why do you think it's important? I know that you're working with the San Diego Music Awards, and you have a nonprofit, and this is to provide guitars for schools as well.
Yeah, Kevin Hellman, he's the hero here.
Kevin Hellman was on the show last week. Kevin Hellman, shout out San Diego Music Awards.
Kevin did San Diego Music Awards. He had a heart for this. We had a heart for it too. He came to us and he said, I could use San Diego Music Awards as a funding source if Taylor could work with us and we could work this thing out and we could get guitars in schools. And 1,000 guitars later, 2,000 guitars later, it's amazing.
That's amazing.
San Diego Music Awards, Taylor Guitars to School program has put guitars in just umpteen, I can't even say how many
And that's the San
schools.
Diego Music Foundation that
That's
you guys
right,
started
San Diego
together?
Music Foundation. Yeah.
Nonprofit. That's amazing. So planting trees, guitars for kids. This is amazing stuff. Why did you feel like kids needed to get into music earlier? Was it from your experience in woodshop that you wanted to share that?
Yeah, you know, when I was a kid, you know, they had things like woodshop, metal shop, that type of stuff. There was a lot more of the vocational things and also the arts in school.
Right. Today we
Music.
only build apps.
We build apps.
That's it, yeah.
We have app 1 and app 2
That's
and
it.
app 3.
Appetizers,
classes.
that's
yeah,
it, yeah.
Right, appetizers.
Right.
Right.
So
Anyways, kids perform better. Music, can you imagine life without music? Can't be done. And people need
this
to
would be
play.
a very short awards show. That's what that would be.
Very short.
Yeah.
So let's get kids involved in music young and teach them how to play guitar. Kids want to play guitar. They just want to do it.
Yeah.
Let's make it available for them. And you know what? If you want to go all scientific on it, they do better in school.
They do.
It develops their brain. If you play music, you understand math better.
Interesting.
You know,
I sucked at math. Maybe that's because I didn't play music. That could be it.
yeah, you know, you run into people all the time say, hey, I learned to play guitar, or I started taking lessons when I was a kid and I quit. And you never hear anybody follow up with, and I'm so glad I did.
I'm so glad I quit. Yeah.
They're always like, man, I should have continued.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I went into accounting, and that's where I got all the chicks. That's what they always say.
Yeah, that'll do it.
So, did
I'm
you?
not sure if you understand math if you play music better. It might not work the other way
I don't
around.
understand math. So, have you met any sort of famous musicians that have played your guitars, or have they even recognized you and known that you were the one that created the guitar?
It's happened to me a few times. I tend to not be a backstage at concert type of guy.
Except today.
That scares me.
Yeah.
You know. But I remember one time I was at it. John Fogerty's one of my faves, and when I went down to see him once at a big concert here in San Diego, out there or down at the marina. And he comes up in a van and he's like, hey, that's Bob Taylor up there. And he jumps out to come see me. And
He recognized you.
He recognized me.
That's amazing.
That was awesome.
Jumped out of his Fogerty van and
Jumped out the Fogerty van.
Did you get to
in
party
his
with
flannel
him?
shirt.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
I just want to go on stage and play rhythm for Who'll Stop the Rain. I could die happy. Just that G and E minor chord. All I need to do is that. I don't need much.
Yeah.
You know.
And you also met Gordon Lightfoot. Is that true?
You know, I was telling that story because this is when I decided I am not an artist relations guy.
Okay.
So I was young, 22, made some guitars, 12 strings. Man, I was into Gordon Lightfoot, John Denver, these people back then. And he was playing at San Diego State.
Okay.
I go down, I'm going to show this guy one of my guitars, right? And I'm so nervous I can't even stand it. I'm about ready to throw up. And I get backstage where he is. He's ready to go on in 15 minutes. Turns out he's got stage fright, anxiety, and he's ready to throw up too. So we're both like, I made this guitar. And he's like, oh, that's kind of nice. And I go, okay, bye, you know. And I ran out of there. And I'm walking, and there's like 3 girls are going, hey, are you with the band? And I'm like, no. And I just walked to my car.
The answer is yes, by the way.
The
answer is yes. Well, Bob, thank you so much for coming on the show. We
Right
really
on,
appreciate it. Check him out, Bob Taylor Guitars, online. Got a website?
TaylorGuitars.com.
TaylorGuitars.com. Thank you so
Thanks,
much, Bob,
everybody.
for coming on the show. We'll be right back right after this. Stick around.
3 cheers for Kevin Hellman.
That was great.
Thanks, man.